My name is Remi Harris. I train artists and creative businesses, and I'm a business advisor for Creative United. Managing business finances post-COVID-19 is really challenging because all of our plans have changed. So where we might have had a beautiful business plan, beautiful budget and cash flow forecast for the year, we're now having to think about clients that haven't paid us. We're having to think about reforecasting and looking again at all our income and expenses for the entire year, with a lot of uncertainty about what's ahead. During this climate of uncertainty, I would recommend budgeting really frequently, actually. So normally you set a budget for a whole year and it's looking at what your profit or loss is going to be for that year ahead. But now we're going to have to reforecast our budgets as we go through the year. We might have to increase prices or decrease some of our overhead costs in order to balance our budgets for the year. So it's really important to, first of all, have a budget and have an idea of what you think you might sell and what the outgoings are for your business, so that you know roughly what kind of year you're likely to have. One thing that your budget can show you is if you've got a business which is going to be profitable in the long term but has a short-term cash flow difficulty. So that can be really, really useful to demonstrate if you're trying to maybe borrow money in order to last to the end of the difficult period. Managing cash flow in a crisis means knowing exactly how much money you've got on hand at all times and having a really tight control over when you're making payments out and when money's coming in. So you need to start with getting a true picture of how much money you've got in the bank and in cash in any accounts that relate to your business. You need to plot how your business is going to manage cash flow over the coming weeks and months. And if you find that at any point you're running out of cash, you need to think about how you're going to fill that cash gap. So that can be by borrowing, by getting an overdraft, by trying to collect money in more quickly, to sell services that you can sell for cash and get clients to pay up front, or to try and delay some of the expenses and outgoings that your business has. Now, one tip, if cash flow is extremely tight in your business, is instead of managing it monthly, manage it weekly. So each week, look at what bills you have going out of the business and who you need to pay. And on a week-to-week basis, try and be in contact and communication with them. Let them know if you need to delay payment by a week or two, and look at whether you can collect in any money or arrange to release any cash into the business sooner rather than later. So even a delay of 1 week sometimes, or changing a payment from weekly to monthly, can make a massive difference in terms of the survival of your business. In terms of post-COVID-19 budgeting and cash flow and financial recovery, it's really difficult to say what will happen. It depends totally on the sector and on the individual business and how resilient it is. So I think some businesses will be more resilient because they've been around for a number of years and they've got a strong client base to draw on. And other businesses will be more resilient because they're very small and because they're able to be agile and really, really flexible to adapt to changing circumstances. So think about what the strengths of your individual business are. It could be a unique service, it could be your network, it could be your small size, and try and draw on those strengths that you do have within your business. Having had to manage a business through financially tight times, I really understand that it's very stressful. You have colleagues, suppliers, people that you need to pay, and there's a huge amount on the business owner's shoulders. So I would recommend trying to get a grasp of the cash flow as the most important priority, and have constant communication with the people that you're working with so that you can manage their expectations. I think long-standing suppliers and supporters and people that work with your business will want to help you, because in doing that they'll be helping themselves as well. So constantly communicate and keep a really, really close eye on your figures, and don't be frightened by the task ahead. It's going to take a lot of effort for us all to get beyond this crisis, but you know, the skills and the resilience that you develop in doing that hopefully will last you in the long term.